The room smelled like champagne and orchids and something sour beneath it. I was holding a glass I hadn't asked for when she took the microphone. Her nails tapped it once, twice. A practiced pause. The crowd leaned in. Her parents were front row, proud, glowing, already rehearsing the story they'd tell tomorrow. She smiled at me. Not the smile she used at home. The other one. This, she said, lifting her glass toward me like I was a prop, is my ex-husband. No degree, no future. Just freeloads off my money. Laughter cracked the air, sharp, careless. Her mother covered her mouth. Her father didn't. Someone snorted. Someone clapped. I didn't blink. I felt the heat crawl up my spine, slow and deliberate, like a fuse burning inward instead of out. My pulse didn't race. It settled. That's how. I knew something inside me had finally snapped clean instead of fraying. I smiled back, lifted my glass, met her eyes. Cheers, I said softly. This is the last time any of you will ever see me. The word X hung there, wrong, heavy, premature. She laughed again, assuming it was a joke. They all did. Then I turned and walked. Behind me, the room forgot how to breathe. The betrayal hadn't started that night. It never does. It starts in small absences that don't announce themselves. A phone turned face down. A password changed for work. A look that slid past me instead of landing. I'd been married to her for 11 years. Long enough to recognize when someone rewrites history while you're still living in it. She stopped asking my opinion. Stopped telling people what I used to do, how I paid for her first certification, how I took extra contracts so she could quit a job that was killing her slowly. I became a ghost with a debit card attached. Then came the stories. My husband's figuring things out. He's between paths. He's sensitive about his career. By the time she introduced me as a burden, she'd already demoted me everywhere else. I didn't confront her. I watched. I noticed the calendar invites she took in the car, the way she showered twice on late nights, the unfamiliar name that popped up on our shared tablet before disappearing. Evan. I said it silently the first time. Tested how it felt in my mouth. It tasted like confirmation. I didn't rage. Rage is sloppy. Rage warns people. I pulled phone records under the guise of disputing a billing error. Screenshotted dates. Times. Cross-referenced. Them with her team dinners. I ran a background check the way. I used to run audits. Clean, methodical, detached. Evan had a degree. 2, actually. He also had a history of office affairs and non-disclosure settlements. Patterns comfort me. They tell the truth when people don't. I kept cooking dinner. Kept asking how her day went. Let her talk herself into believing I was harmless. At night, lying beside her, I listened to her breathe and wondered when she decided I was disposable. There's a moment like that. People pretend there isn't. But there is. She'd planned my humiliation. That was when I stopped thinking of her as my wife. The truth arrived in a PDF, a company restructuring memo. Internal, not yet public. Her promotion wasn't just a promotion. It came with a clause, one she'd overlooked in her excitement. Morality clause. Relationship disclosure requirement. Evan was her direct superior. I printed everything, slid it into a folder, left it on the kitchen table. She found it that morning. "What is this?" she asked, too quickly. "Your future," I said. She went pale. Tried to speak. Couldn't. The silence did the work for me. "I know," I continued. "About him. About the speech. About what you've been telling people," she cried. Then raged. Then begged. The sequence was textbook. I stayed calm. I always do when the numbers line up. The party was her victory lap. I let her have it. I let her parents watch her sparkle. Let Evan stand just close enough to feel important. Let the room fill with admiration built on my erased labor. Then she erased me out loud. My move wasn't yelling or exposing her there. It was walking away with everyone watching. Because power isn't in the reveal. It's in the aftermath. By Monday morning, HR had the folder. Legal followed. Evan resigned quietly. Her promotion was under review. Her parents called me, confused, embarrassed, suddenly kind. I didn't answer. Now I sit alone in a quiet apartment with nothing on the walls yet. The silence doesn't hurt. It clarifies. I think about the moment she laughed into the microphone, convinced she had won. About how easy it is to mistake contempt for strength. I didn't lose a wife. I shed a liability, and somewhere between lifting that glass and closing this door, I realized something clean and final. The loudest revenge is absence.